How Scientology destroyed it. Wait, what does Scientology have to do with skateboarding?
Braille Skateboarding paid his employees roughly $20 per hour.
That's pretty good.
We're basically minimum wage employees.
But donated over $1 million to the Church of Scientology.
Wow.
He'd gone to spend so much time with the strange organization that Braille was neglected until it died completely in what is quite possibly YouTube's strangest ever downfall.
No.
The channel's owned by Aaron Cairo, a pro skateboarder from San Francisco.
Okay.
My name's Aaron Cairo, and I run this channel, Braille Skateboarding.
He started Braille Skateboarding just 12 days after YouTube's launch, uploading the clips that he'd used to gain his sponsors.
Okay.
But when a simple video titled "How to Push on a Skateboard" gained more views than every other upload, Aaron Cairo saw an opportunity. He'd upload how to ollie, then how to nose manual, and most notably how to kickflip, each gaining massive view counts for the early days of YouTube.
Bro, that was where I got skill capped with skateboarding. I could do all the other stuff, I could not kickflip.
Tutorials on every possible trick, giving the channel purpose and an obvious direction to help everyone learn how to skateboard.
The whole purpose of Braille Skateboarding to teach you guys to progress on your boards so you're having more fun on your boards.
These videos carried the channel to over 200,000 subscribers, but as Aaron Cairo became more known, so did another completely unrelated video. I am a Scientologist, Aaron Skateboarder.
My name is Aaron, I'm a skateboarder, and I'm also a Scientologist.
During a vulnerable period in Aaron's life, Scientology offered him a free personality test.
Oh boy. In just 1 hour, you can test the 10 key personality traits that determine your future success and happiness and figure out how to improve them. Guys, should I take a Scientology test?
And on my personality test, my communication was really low. And then they suggested you should do a communication course.
Aaron took the course and saw significant improvement.
Wow. And it totally helped me communicate. It helped me a lot. And from that point forward, I just had this ability to communicate. It helped me a lot.
Getting him hooked on the Church of Scientology.
So then I did more courses from there and learned more. And
he'd argue it helped him improve his skateboarding.
The thing that happened before Scientology and after was I was learning tricks a lot easier. Things were just coming to me a lot easier with less effort. And now I built an entire career on communicating.
Yet all of his success could have easily been explained by simple repetition, practice, and week-on-week improvement.
Well, if he feels more confident in communicating, then it's working. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it kind of did work. If he thinks it worked, then it worked.
He was uploading twice a day, every day, which guaranteed improvement regardless of Scientology.
We now have 400,000 subscribers.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big deal.
With the channel growing rapidly, Aaron hired Lance Silber, who also happened to be a Scientologist himself. Lance became Braille's main filmer and editor, as well as the channel's guinea pig who was learning how to skate. Videos of Aaron teaching Lance basic tricks did surprisingly well despite their simplicity.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. Like 600K 9 years ago, 10 years ago, dude, these guys were huge. I never even heard of this before.
As skaters could watch and learn something new themselves. This seemed to tell Aaron that he should hire more skaters, and would therefore introduce Gabe Cruz, who'd suggest a slightly unconventional upload, a game of skate but on Walmart boards. Aaron thought the video—
That's such a good idea. That is a great fucking idea.
Would make him a joke amongst pro skaters, rather did the opposite as everybody loved it.
Yeah.
They'd therefore do the same thing with mini boards and longboards,
That's a really good idea.
turning it into a series called Stupid Skate, playing the game with crazy modified skateboards. There was a skateboard with suspension, one with 10 sets of trucks, and one you could ride on either side. It seemed the crazier the board, the more views they'd gain.
I could see you could criticize this for being unsafe, right? Sure. But it's good clickbait, definitely.
Taken to the extreme.
We're gonna make a new series and it's gonna be called Skate Everything. And we get random things and we attach skateboard trucks and wheels to it.
Yeah, this is a good idea.
They planned on putting wheels on random different items. Beginning with a skinny plank of wood, then upgrading to a sharp square of metal. However, by only the 3rd episode, Aaron was skating an iPad, which was simply too brutal for people not to click.
To drill a hole in this iPad. I want to make this video, it's all Lance's fault, blame Lance.
When the video attracted a whole new audience and gained 3 million views, Aaron knew he'd found the perfect series.
Absolutely.
He'd repeat the idea with a MacBook, then a keyboard, then with a flat screen TV. When they ran out of electronics, they'd skate a full-size bedroom door, a surfboard, and a skate shoe, generating so much channel interest, they'd gain almost 600,000 subscribers over a 2-month period in 2016.
It's a really good idea.
You guys are the best, the absolute best.
Because we just hit 3 million subscribers.
In fact, Braille skateboarding became so popular, they'd build their own skate park called Braille House, which acted as their own personal filming studio. I found myself running an actual company, says Cairo, who had 3 full-time professionals running the video editing, merchandising, and finance departments.
That's awesome.
He'd also hire another 3 on-screen skaters, Fetty Potter, Carlos Lastra, and Nigel Jones. But this wasn't only where Braille's money went. Between 2015 and 2017, Aaron Cairo did 16.
Oh no, he's leveling up.
Scientology courses, many of which were incredibly expensive. The L10 Rundown, for example, has an estimated cost of roughly $72,000, and this doesn't include the L11 and L12, both of which Aaron completed at the same time. Additionally, Aaron completed something called OT3, which according to Reddit, the running tally to complete OT3 would be $278,000.
I was going to say, why would people join a religion that's pay to win? But then I remembered history.
This ignores that he eventually went up to OT6, presumably costing even more, yet Aaron believed that all of this was worth it. An article on his training wrote, L10 was a particularly revelatory experience for him. The gains and abilities are so high, I could not even dream they would be available.
Am I crazy for thinking that I don't care about this as long as the skateboarding channel is fun and it's not talking about Scientology? Like, I don't care that this guy's some weird, stupid Scientologist. It's the same thing as Tom Cruise. Like, Tom Cruise is a Scientology nutball with John Travolta. Dude, if they're gonna be in a movie, I want to watch it because I think they're great actors. Like, I don't give a fuck about this. Like, yeah, you do this on your own free time. If you're putting it, guy got taken advantage of, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's just the way that I feel about it. And I'm just being honest about it. Like, I really just don't have... Like, this is his personal life, and I think it's weird. I think a lot of religious fundamentalism is weird. I think this is just another brand of being weird. I think Scientology is, you know, it's like a new religion, and so, like, people take it less seriously. But if Scientology was invented, you know, 2,000 years ago, I don't think people would really think it's that much different than Christianity or Islam or any of the other Abrahamic religions or other, like, ancient religions. I do. I think it'd be about the same. No, it's a scam? Yeah, but you want to know what my opinion is about the other religions? What do you think I think about that?
This is so big and so clean, and my flows are wide open. I got rid of masses that had been in my space for trillions of years. I truly uncovered my basic goodness and rightness as a being. He's still having daily cognitions directly related to L10, and his online traction has seen a noticeable uptick, which, to be fair, was certainly true. The channel was gaining so many views, and all of the members were having so much fun, that the massive amounts being spent on Scientology simply weren't a major concern. They continue to ride different exotic skateboards and allow the audience to send in their own, resulting in some of the channel's highest viewed videos.
That's so good.
The Lego skateboard gained
bro, these video ideas are fucking amazing. Like, honestly, like, this is making me want to join Scientology. Like, it had better start getting bad quick, because I'm almost sold. I'm about to order Dianetics right now. Like, this is working.
8 million views, the heaviest skateboards gained 11 million, whilst the glass board with glass wheels gained 28 million views. But the trend of wacky skateboards was slowly getting stale. Viewers knew what to expect in every single upload, and after over 200 episodes, each variation was becoming less interesting. To make matters worse, at around the same time, Lance announced that he'd be leaving, which added to the channel's slow viewership decline. In Dumb Data's video about Braille, it's shown showing that from 2016 to 2019, Braille's views fell by almost 60%.
Total views per year. That's a lot. I mean, 465 million views is fucking insane.
At which
like
point things began to get weird. At this point, Aaron's involvement in Scientology wasn't super mainstream until an article was published titled The Donors Keeping Scientology Afloat in 2019, with Aaron Cairo being pictured at the top.
The lesser
It explained that he'd earned what's called gold meritorious, given to people who donated more than $1 million to Scientology. On a podcast, Aaron tried to play this down.
Don't you need to give the church a certain amount of money each year to be a part, or
No.
You don't have to give them any money?
No. Courses cost a fee. So the communication course that I did was $100. And the books are like range from $25 to like $30.
But his extensive involvement was documented everywhere. He'd appear in yet another Scientology promo video, for which he was heavily roasted in the comments beneath. But negative audience feedback didn't change his feelings.
Somebody said something bad about that, so I'm just gonna stop. Like, no way.
And to be honest, again at this point, his involvement in Scientology wasn't really hurting anyone. However, this was about to change.
Yeah. I mean, it's silly, but like, I don't think it's really a big deal so far. Yeah, it's not weird. It's really not that weird yet.
In January 2020, Braille uploaded a video titled
I gotta cancel the Amazon order now. We about to send Dianetics back,
requesting that viewers donate to him to save his hometown skate park.
Anything that you guys can give would be incredible. We're trying to raise $200,000. Anything that you can give would be
I see where this is going.
so amazing.
This led to videos such as Aaron Cairo gives Scientology $750,000, but begs fans for donations, whilst people on Reddit wrote, maybe just funnel the massive donations made to Scientology rather than using your viewer base of children to recreate your park.
I think that people generally have a dislike when you have content creators that make a call to action for people to make money or to donate money. And the only exceptions are when something is a charity. So, for example, or a legal fund for something that's viewed as bad, like, you know, the H3H3 lawsuit, or like, I think Chibi Reviews did that as well. But for the most part, quote, charity, I mean, there are some good charities like St. Jude's, things like that. I support that, absolutely. And so, but like, if you're just donating money for like some random cause that's not a charity, then I think you're going to have a lot of people that are feeling this way. I think that's what really rubs people the wrong way, is you have a person who's making, you know, theoretically millions of dollars doing this, and this happens.
Did he have this much money when they had Carlos sleeping in the warehouse like a homeless person, leading people to make a realization? I heard that most of the profits of Braille go to donations to Scientology instead of to the skaters that make it what it is. The skaters were running all the brand deals whilst barely being paid.
It's like you want us to be the face saying, hey, buy this product, do this thing, and then like we gain nothing from the brand deal. Like, we have sponsors of our own as well. We have sponsors that
he's fucking right, man.
Conflict with this brand deal that 100%. You're going to try to make us go and do on our own, and we are getting nothing but our normal low wage.
And even built ramps for the channel without compensation.
They asked me to build it, and I built it the day of from scratch, and it didn't even drop a penny.
Imagine working for someone, carrying the channel for $20 an hour. Then you hear that your boss donated $1 million to Scientology.
Yeah, of course this is going to piss people off. That's it. Like, 100% they're going to get mad about this shit.
Fetty and Carlos, two of Braille's most beloved members, left the team under sketchy circumstances. Nigel also announced that he'd be leaving, but would still be in the videos, just not as an employee. He'd later explain the shocking reason for this.
I left because I was making more off of unemployment than I was filming full-time.
With pay rise.
Fucking base. Yep, smart.
How many raises did you get?
In 10 years, 1.
But in case conditions couldn't get any worse for the skaters,
it makes them look really bad, because like skating in general is kind of like a it's like not a high level activity. Underground, that's the word I was thinking. Yes, underground counterculture type thing. Like, skating is coded that way. And because of that, a lot of the people that follow skating stuff, they're going to have a huge problem with, you know, these guys that they know are making the money not getting paid a lot of money, and then all of this money going to the Scientology church. Of course they're going to get mad about this. Yeah, LMFAOs, Asmon calling skaters poor. Yeah, most skaters are teenagers to like college guys, right? I mean, yeah, there's guys that skate, but I think that a lot of them are young guys. It's mainly young guys. And you know what, young guys, if you're 17, do you know what you probably don't have? Money. You probably don't have money. And so when they see that these guys are working and they're not getting in a minute, like when I was into skating, I was 15, okay? Like that was the pinnacle of like 14 to 16 is whenever like we were really into skating, everything like that, right? I didn't have any fucking money, okay? So if I saw this, I would be like, bro, this guy's a bitch, bro. Like he should be paying these guys the money because they're the ones that are making the videos. Absolutely. 100%, that's what I would think.
As in 2021, Aaron came to the team with another wild announcement.
He goes, in 1 week from now, I'm going to business school for 5 months and I'll be back. And then we're like, whoa, like what?
As a result, Gabe became responsible for running Braille completely as Aaron disappeared to focus on business school.
2 months passed. No one has talked to Aaron at all. It's like, it's not like he's on the phone going, hey guys, how's it going? Oh, the videos have been good. Like, oh, you're doing really good. Nothing. It was just silence. Like legit like silence.
This disappearance lasted longer than expected.
The 5 months, it ends up being like, I want to say like 8 or 9 months. Then he goes away again. He's like, oh, I gotta go back. I didn't finish. It was not long, and then he was gone for again, like I want to say like 4 or 5 months, maybe even more. Then he come back for like 1 week or something. Then he was gone again, and I want to say the total time was about like 2 years, I think.
After 2 whole years of barely being on the channel, Aaron returned with a video titled I'm Sorry, initially acknowledging his disappearance.
I've been absent from the videos. I know you guys know that. I'm back. We're getting back on track.
Before again claiming to be learning about business.
I did take some time for myself, and I did learn as much as I could about business.
However, conveniently upon his return, another video was gaining some traction.
Everybody knew this was coming. Everybody knew this is what was going to happen, right? We all knew this was what was going to happen, and you're just waiting for it to obviously be the thing.
Iro is the new leader of Scientology in San Francisco. Aaron had joined Scientology's executive team, as the time he'd supposedly spent in business school was actually him just completing more Scientology coursework. This, in combination with his absence, put immense pressure on everyone else at Braille.
And I'm sorry for being gone for so long. I know it's really hard on my team.
They all began to quit.
He emerged as the leader of Scientology SF. In that time, this guy started quitting. Mowgli, Uzi, JD, and then when Gabe was the final straw.
As mentioned, this included Gabe, who at this point was completely running everything.
For the past 7 years, I've been doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff for the main Braille YouTube channel.
Comments read, well, there goes the guy that's been carrying this channel for years.
Honestly, Gabe was running the channel. Gabe was doing like literally 99.9% of the channel.
Forcing Aaron to take back over, who by this point seemed to be completely clueless.
Now we no longer have Gabe to plan, film, and make all those videos. The content is...
I think that if you take Scientology out of the equation here, there would have been a similar drop-off. Because if this guy was gone collectively for 2 years from the channel, and then he comes back, the entire audience gets changed. Like, and people might not really understand this, but like, there are always going to be like your longtime viewers, but people really underestimate the amount of viewer churn that you have, especially when you're making content that is for a very, like, again, like skateboarding videos are popular for, I think, young boys between the ages of 12 and 30, right? Like, that's a very, very narrow audience of people. And so a lot of them grow out of it. Like for me, like I was into skating for 3 or 4 years, right? So inside of that 3 or 4 years, I'm already out of it at that point. So you lose your audience, and if you're gone for that long, you're going to come back. They're going to say, who the fuck is this guy, right? I think that Scientology was the cause, but if he had taken a break for any other reason, I think that a similar thing would have had the same effect.
definitely going to be changing. And what you're going to get, I actually have no idea. But it's going to go back to the roots of this company, teaching tutorials. Yes, we are going to make weird boards, weird videos.
This was far from an innovative strategy, with the lack of fresh skilled content being obvious to all.
You look at the videos now, you look at the thumbnails now, you look at the ideas now. Terrible, right? On Braille's channel.
Oh.
Much worse than when we and Gabe were doing it. And that truly shows how much work we were doing.
This dropped the channel's views to just a couple mil per month, forcing Aaron to destroy their skate park.
I was trying to negotiate with the landlords to get a break on the rent. This is a huge overhead. It's tons of money to have a warehouse, and we just could not come to an agreement. And then I got a letter from their lawyer that basically just said, you have got to be out by July 5th.
Unsurprisingly, the audience offered no sympathy.
Damn.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But in true Braille fashion, it was even worse than this. Ricky Glazer, one of the last remaining members, wasn't even told that the skate park was being destroyed.
I knew Braille was struggling, but man, I didn't know the park was literally getting destroyed right now. No one told Rick anything. And it's like, man, I really would have loved to know that, get one last sesh. Like, I poured all this blood, sweat, and tears literally into that place.
He was saddened by the sight of everything being discarded, which somehow offended Aaron to such an extent that Ricky was promptly fired.
Braille Skateboarding and Aaron Cairo both blocked me, Ricky Glazer, on Instagram.
Nigel decided to leave himself.
I will no longer be at Braille doing videos. Won't be doing lessons with them anymore, obviously, because there is no location.
Pissed off by Braille's blatant lack of care.
No goodbye session, no nothing.
10 years of your life.
I haven't even gotten like a thank you for all of the years of dedicating myself to the channel.
Aaron responded with a video of his own, claiming he tried to save the skate park.
You guys must know that I did everything I could to save the Braille house. I literally took out a loan on my house.
But with over 50,000 dislikes,
because you spent, the thing is that, like, again, young guy, they're gonna see you spending this money on this bullshit fucking religion. Yeah, what is this? Like, what is this shit? Dude can do two things: donate to Scientology and be a snake. Yeah, I guess so. Like, it's a bit much. Yeah, it's much. Like, what is this?
Seems he missed the point completely. Aaron, no one is worried about the warehouse. They're worried about the crew you ghosted.
Yeah, treating them bad doesn't, like, there's no justification for that.
You screwed the crew, and that's who we cared about. He is legit more upset about what he did to the building than what he did to all of the people that made it what it was.
That's a good point.
Without a skate park or skate crew, the state of Braille is worse than ever. Aaron recently uploaded a video titled "Thank You," just reading positive comments from
2 months ago with 19K views. That sucks.
Year prior, seemingly to convince himself to keep uploading videos.
I continue going because of comments like this. I absolutely love this.
Braille's viewership has fallen to roughly
3,000 views a video.
Every comment section is filled with negativity, which Aaron tries his hardest to defend himself against.
Here's another part of it that I think does matter, and it might be kind of a black pill thing to say. But at this point, this is like a 40-something-year-old man. And whenever you first started skating and you were getting into this stuff, you were basically the same demographic of the audience that you're trying to relate to. It's much easier for a young guy to relate to this guy than to relate to this guy. It is. Yeah, he's an old man now. And so and skateboarding is a young man's sport. That's really it. And it's got a young men audience, and and it's not even men, it's boys too. Like, they're not going to want to listen to somebody that's the same age as their dad. So I think this isn't really just because of Scientology. And I know this might sound crazy, but this is my evaluation as somebody who does YouTube, etc. I think this would have happened if Scientology wasn't even in the picture at all. I think the fact is that, you know, the way he treated his employees was rat behavior. The fact that he basically aged out of it in a way that he's not relatable to his original audience anymore. He already played out all the ideas that he had. And then on top of that, you take a break from your channel for 2 years, you let other people develop it, you come back, and a lot of these people don't even know who you are. And yeah, at first Scientology seems like expensive college with some connections, but the further in you go, it reeks of some scam. I mean, I don't know enough about, like, I've watched a few documentaries about Scientology, and I mean, obviously, like, all of them are, like, super negative, definitely. But, like, my point is that when I'm looking at something like this, I think about it from the perspective of, like, 5 different directions, right? Not just one thing, but, like, 3 or 4 different things that come together. And I think that aging out of the sport is a real legitimate thing that happens. And I think it happens with gaming as well. I think it happens with streaming as well. Like, for me, I'm kind of lucky because I basically, you know, I'm 34. I pretty much look the exact same as I do when I was 20, right? But a lot of other people and, like, friends of mine, you know, they have, like, all gray hair now, and they're old, and, you know, you haven't aged. No, I haven't really. And at least not, no, I don't think so, right? I mean, my hair, that's the one thing, right, is my hair has, you know, it's not perfect, okay? You look 50? I do not look 50, okay? And if I look 50 now, I looked 50 then. So that's it.